Alright, so I've had a number of you tell me that you really like the vlog style videos, so by request, here we go. So we're gonna get loaded here in a little bit, and this is a neat little quarry. It's in New Ulm, Minnesota. It's known for its pink quartzite, and so gonna get loaded with this, take it home for tonight, and then early tomorrow morning in the dark we'll head down to Iowa and watch the sun come up. So anyway, New Ulm's a special town. I love it here. We used to live in the area. 2 of my kids were born in this town, and so neat little quarry. I love the people in here. I'll strap the camera down for a quick time lapse so you can see some of the neat pink product that they sell here, and we'll get to it. I'll explain more in a little bit. So we're loaded, and like I said, great folks inside here. Patsy, Laramie, the whole crew. They're always fun to see. And let me take you up inside the trailer here, and I'll show you what microsurface is. And the reason I'm showing you tonight is it's going to be dark in the morning, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it well, but this is kind of, it's powdery quartzite, so it's extremely hard, but they use it as a wear surface on roadways. So if you're ever in the Iowa, Minnesota area and you notice that you're driving on pink highways, there's a good chance that this was used as a seal coat on top of the road that you were on. They'll put down oil and tar and then put this down on it so it sticks, and they'll roll it out real nice and lasts a long time, especially in places where there's a lot of snow plows and things like that. So anyway, that's all I know about it, and I'm certainly not a roadways expert, but that's what I'm told. So there we go. Glad it's dry, because I've hauled this stuff before after it rains and it gets real gluey and it sticks up in the nose of the trailer. It's a lot like limestone. That tends to do that too when we're hauling like baseball field lime, products like that. When they get wet, they get real sticky on the floor and they don't slide real well out of the dump trailer. So anyway, enough talk. Let's get back on the road. We're gonna park with this tonight. I'm gonna do as much of my post trip and checks on the truck when I get home so that there's less to do in the morning. I love being able to just quick check my fluids, my lights, thump my tires, and hit the ground running in the morning. So I will see you 0 dark 30, and we'll put some miles on. Yeah. Right, well, just walking down the street to the truck here. It's a beautiful morning. We're up before the birds are out, so it's kind of quiet around the neighborhood, and I'm just gonna do my pre-trip here on the truck real quick, and we'll get fired up and get rolling. I do things as quietly as I possibly can in the morning, just to try and be a good neighbor and not disrupt things too much. But looks like a beautiful morning, 66 degrees, stars and moon are out. So I'm gonna thump my tires, check my lights. I looked at my fluids and did a lot of my post-trip last night, but just a few preemptive things, and we'll get on the road. I'll tell you more about today's plan in a minute. Here we go. I say here we go too much. There we go. we got her out on the big road. Feeling good. I like to take it easy for the first couple of miles and just get everything warmed up and make sure everything looks happy, sounds happy, that kind of thing. Hey, in case you're wondering, my tack hasn't worked in years. It doesn't bother me at all. So, not a big deal. We've had broken wires in the past and things like that. That's not the issue. I'm pretty sure the problem is in the gauge itself. But anyway, in case you're wondering, whatever. So let me walk through real quick kind of what the game plan is. We just left southern Minnesota. We're heading straight south. We're at the Iowa border here, and we're going to dump this load in Bondurant, Iowa, and then turn around and head back up to Fort Dodge, Iowa. We're going to get a load of white gypsum crushed rock and take that to South Dakota. So we're actually going to hit 3 states today again. We'll deliver that load over in South Dakota, then jump back over to the Minnesota side, grab a load of concrete sand, dump that in a sunstone plant, concrete place, and then head her back home. Should be about 700 miles, something like that by the time we're done. Our ETA for getting down to Bondurant, Iowa is 6 a.m. And so I'm probably just going to sip some coffee, listen to some podcasts. We're just going to keep swatting bugs and watching for deer, because that's an issue always. The sun's going to be coming up soon. Right now it's just a nice bright sliver moon up there. So I talk too much in my videos anyway. You guys don't need to hear me chit chat, but something that I usually put at the end of the videos, but I'll just say now, is I don't see the comments, but if you want to interact with me directly, I spend my time over at Instagram. It's at flannel_Phillip. And so it's not because I don't like your comments, things like that. I truly do appreciate each one of you supporting the channel, subscribing, clicking the bells and the likes and all the things. I don't beg you guys to do all that stuff. I don't want to interrupt the flow of a video just to say a bunch of that kind of stuff. You guys know what to do. If you like this stuff, you watch enough YouTube. Everybody does. So anyway, do the thing if you like the thing. The thing. So yeah, it's one of those deals. I just make a conscious decision to spend my time primarily on one platform, because if I tried to interact with 2, 3, 4 platforms all at once, it's just a big juggling match, and I can't be spread that thin and still stay creative and focused on what needs to be important. So that's the main reason. There can be some negativity in YouTube comments and on Facebook and stuff like that. It can become a big mess, and I'm just not into that. I can control the conversation so much better on Instagram. That's why I've chosen to spend the majority of my time there on that platform. So anyway, that answers the question for you of why I'm not watching the comments here on YouTube. That's why. I have somebody else doing that for me, and they let me know if it's anything important that I need to know about. And we've also done question and answer sessions on any comments that you guys write down or send in or things like that. I try and answer them, but at a later time. So anyway, that's what that's all about. All right, enough talk. It's time to listen to some podcasts. We got hot coffee, empty bladder, good paying loads, dry roads. It's going to be a beautiful morning. I'll probably turn the time lapse on once we start seeing the sky getting a little bit lighter in the east. And yeah, it's going to be a good day. We're blessed to be out here doing what we love. So, hammer down! we're here. That's step one. There's our problem. We got a gate right where we need to go. And, oh, check that out. Dummy locked. Yeah, here I was like, shoot, I'm gonna have to make a phone call or something, but we're good. Okay, time out. I need both hands. Hang on. There we go. Awesome. What a beautiful day. Check out this sunrise. Man, in a beautiful, nice, big parking lot. It's paved, it's flat, it's level. I'm gonna set you guys right here. Hopefully get a cool shot of the truck coming in here, catching some sunlight, making a turn. I don't know why, it looks like somebody dumped something back over there in that corner. But this looks like the product that we have for sure. So I'm gonna leave it in there. I saw there's a mailbox up front. I'm gonna leave the ticket inside there. You guys wait here. I tell you what, it doesn't get any better than that. This location, this scenario is just ideal. This is what you want. It's a nice wide open area. The gate was dummy locked for me, so I didn't have to set up an appointment. It's nice and level, flat. There's already product on the ground. I can just line it up with the other ones that are there. So yeah, just ideal. So I'm just gonna do a quick sweep on the floor because our next product is perfectly white and it's gonna be going to a concrete site. So it's very important we don't have any contamination. So hang on just a second, I'll sweep out, we'll get back on the road. I'll show you this quick too. It's up in the front of the trailer. A lot of you probably already know this, but I like to keep a broom and a shovel up in the nose of the trailer. Just a couple like hooks, like for your garage, bungees, and it just kind of keeps it contained and up out of the way. Some guys will put it on the deck plate of the truck up there, but I like to keep it clean and off the truck for scratching and things like that. So this works really well. It gets corroded and rusty after a while, but yeah. Some of you will probably also notice I'm missing a bow up here. It would go here to here. This is how the pockets work on our trucks. Again, for those of you that aren't quite familiar with it, these bows, they're solid welded to the pipe here on this end, and on this end over here it's a slip joint. Okay, and so that allows for some flexibility as the load is coming in, and if the loader's bucket touches the bows, it has a little bit of flex to it. Some guys have plastic bows, some have a really high arch. These are pretty low ones, but my rearmost has a couple brackets like this. You'll see other trailers that have it like that, but Brian likes to spec out his trailers with the holes in the top rail. That works really well for what we do. And so you'll see sometimes I'll pop the bows out and just kind of tuck them into the tarp side in case we have any loads that need to get you know, loaded with a magnet or something like that. So anyway, the reason I'm missing it is I think I had something kick one of my bows out yesterday, and the elbow ended up falling into the load. I had to tell the loader about it and apologize to him, say, hey, I'm really sorry, I think I lost a piece of steel in your gravel. And he said, yep, no problem, I'll dig through and find it. So it's just important to make sure that you let the loader know in case something like that happens. Some loads, like if we're hauling shredded steel, it's not a big deal if a little bit of extra steel gets in the load. But something like that, where it's going to a concrete plant, you don't want a piece of steel going into their equipment, ends up in the concrete, and they got a liability on their hands. Can mess up a lot of equipment. Or animal feed, things like that. It's a big no-no, big problem. So even though I didn't want to tell the loader, hey, I think I dropped a piece of steel in your load, my bow was hanging out, and I knew that elbow was somewhere lost. I had to tell him about it. He said, yep, not a problem. I'll sift through it. I should be able to find the steel. So lesson learned there. Just be upfront with people and let them know, oops, made a mistake. Sorry about that. And yep, no problem. So, all right. I already left my slip up front. Gonna quick take a leak. We got to get on the road and get to Fort Dodge. So beautiful morning. Isn't that awesome? Man, I love these kind of days. Summer's awesome. Used the porta potty, left my slip, closed the tarp, checked the tailgate. We're swept out. Everything's clean and good. Just gonna get turned around, pointed the right direction. It's starting to get warm already. Had to take my long sleeve shirt off. And AC doesn't work in this truck. A lot of you probably knew that from the last video. And, you know, it's late June, humidity's going up, temperature's going up, so just gotta dress accordingly, leave the windows and the sunroof open, things like that. You know the old rule of thumb, if you find a gate closed, you leave it closed. Find it open, you leave it open. That's Boy Scouts and ranch etiquette, right? I was never a Boy Scout, but I still know it's right. All right, wait here. I'm gonna close that gate. All right. To Fort Dodge, ladies and gentlemen, we're off. We made it to Fort Dodge, and because this is a Martin Marietta location, they're quite strict on their rules, so I have the camera mounted within arm's reach while I can still stay in the cab of the truck. It's a busy quarry, and because I rarely get in here, like a couple times a year, I have to make sure I go down and get a new empty weight. Scale house is on a separate channel than the loaders are. They're very specific on where you go, where you don't go. We got to stay inside the cab of the truck, all that stuff. So I have Scale House Channel 5, Loader Channel 2 written down. I think that's still right. But it's pretty here. A little bit more dusty than normal. Usually they have the water trucks going pretty consistently through here. So I ended up getting like white mud all over my fenders and wheels and all that stuff every time I've come in here. So we'll see. At least it doesn't leave spots on the aluminum like limestone does. That one I get kind of irritated about, when I get limestone mud flung all over my aluminum. Or alkaline mud. Some of the places we go, we get really bad alkaline mud too. But alright, so she's probably going to ask me what product I'm picking up and stuff like that. I need to swing wide. Their scales are one way, one direction only. And Scale Lady's kind of kind of funny. She always has a lot of signs on her windows and doors, and I usually end up doing something she doesn't like every single time I'm in here. It's one of those things. I try and obey all the rules and do it right, but I always get chewed out for something every time I'm in here. Every single time. So we'll see if I can do it right this time. Maybe while we're on camera, I'll do it correctly. Morning, Scale. Just coming out for a new empty weight here. This is Holicky Brothers truck 111. Must have done it right. She waved us on. All right. Another truck coming down the hill here, so I'm going to wait for him. I'm going to go get loaded. We were picking up 3/16 minus, and I do not remember where that product is located here at the quarry, so like always, we ask. Ooh, man, I hope that trailer's showing up on camera. That is a sharp-looking hopper. Place right next door here, so lots of truck traffic. All right, go to channel 2. Morning, loader. I'm up by the scale here on the other side of the tracks. I'm looking for 3/16 minus, and I don't remember where that product is located.
Across the bridge, stay to the right, and your pile on your left, right underneath the tower.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you. Ooh, just missed the train. So this place is cool. They actually have a bridge that you go across to get loaded. So some of the product is on this side of the bridge. Other times you gotta cross to this side of the bridge. There's like a river right here. I think the mine itself is actually underground.
Can I get 20 USA in this side dump? First pile on your left there, that little pile.
Alright, sounds good. We'll be looking for 24 ton on it, please. Tell everything's very, very white. It's a gypsum mine. So, pretty cool. You see the wash plant off to the right. I wish I knew where it comes directly out of the ground, but
Thank you, sir.
I believe there's tunnels down by the river.
You're welcome.
That's all just guesses, though. Alright, thank you, loader. Is it okay if I turn around right here ahead of me and then go back to the bridge the way we came in? Is that correct?
No, you just follow the road all the way around. It'll take you right on around.
Alright, sir. Thank you. is gone. And I always choose the scale that's closer to the scale house. There is an outside scale, but I don't always know how this stuff is getting billed, so I prefer to go right up against the building. And I'm going to switch over to channel 5. Pay attention when we get up there to the window. She's got a lot of stuff, like signs. I was just posting on Instagram like yesterday how funny it is how much scale ladies love to make signs. So pay attention to how many signs she has on her window. It's even more so when you go inside. Oh, right on the money for weight. 79.5. Love it. I gotta get another photo of this. So funny. Signs everywhere. Signs. So good. Thank you. All right. That wasn't so bad. Made it out of there without getting chewed out by the scale lady. I think that might be a first, and it's on film. Flannel made it out of Martin Marietta Dodge. Fort Dodge, Martin Marietta Fort Dodge, without getting yelled at by the scale lady. Alright, choose the proper gear and just climb up this hill. Such a pretty place. Is picking up those stacks, because man, that sounds good. You don't get much of a run at this hill. You pretty much just need to put it in the gear you want and just crawl all the way up. Pull over by the rack here and I'll take you inside the trailer. We'll look at the products real quick and we'll get on the road. Looks like we're gonna make it to Harrisburg, South Dakota about noon, something like that. Not be going the fastest way either, because I kind of want to stay away from any scales that might be in the area, if you know what I mean. Rather not have attention in that way today. So to me it's worth it to go a little bit further and avoid any issues. Here's the product that we just got, 3/16 minus. Kind of a powdery, crumbly, gypsum kind of stuff. And it's gonna get used in concrete for a particular color, I believe, because they have a lot of different bins lined up at the place we're gonna be going to. You'll see it. So, before we head out, there's one more thing that I need to do, and I'll show you. Large car mag. Here's what's going on. Every week on Instagram, I post a collection. I post one vintage brochure from a collection, and today is the Kenworth Aerodyne. So I need to take some photos in the good sunlight so I can post those on Instagram. And I just go through the entire brochure and document the entire thing in as good a light as I can get, page by page, so people can enjoy it. Just like that. Hey, and for those of you paying attention, I have some exciting news about Large Car Mag that I can't share just yet, but soon, okay? So, little hint to the future there with Large Car Mag. That's all I can say. Alright, so I'm gonna tuck that away. Gonna scribble a few things in the logbook, and we'll get ready to rock and roll here. Harrisburg, South Dakota, and there's the plant right there that we're delivering to. So I need to find the correct gate. I remember it being back over in there somewhere. I've only delivered here once, like a couple years ago, and I see a loader running around, so we're gonna have to find him and get directions from him of which bunker this belongs in. All right, grab my phone, grab my wallet and my slip. I see a loader. Go find him and ask him where he wants me to dump this load. If memory serves correctly, it was one of these bins off to the side here, but it was a while ago. How's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. I got a load. That's my first time in here. I got a load from Fort Dodge. Can you point me in the right direction?
Oh, next door.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm in the wrong spot then.
Yeah.
All right.
Next door.
No problem. Thank you. All right. So we'll go inside the building. And oh, I do see another loader way off over there. You see it? That's maybe the one I saw running around. There's two of them. There's one there, there's one there. It's confusing. And there's like no divider. Like this says Amcon on this truck right here, so We'll just ask questions, find the right person. We'll get it figured out. It's a good looking truck over there. Hey, sweetheart. How you doing?
Good, yourself?
Good. I got a load from Fort Dodge. I'm not sure which bin that belongs in.
You can actually just dump it on the ground in front of that first one.
Okay, on the ground in front of the first one.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Thanks.
All right, thank you. Okay. We have our answer. Like Captain Jack Sparrow. We have our heading. Okay. He says put it on the ground right in front of this one. So that's what we're going to do. I don't know if he knows that there's something here, but we're going to put our pile right here. So I think I'll set you guys up in a good spot, well protected, out of the way. We got a side shot earlier. Let's do something from the back. Yeah, set it up. Just like that. Boom. And that way they can push it around into wherever they would like it. So we put it right where the guy wanted. Alright. Cleaned out pretty nice, but I'm still gonna give it a quick sweep because we're hauling concrete sand next. Alright, so I'm going to roll the tarp back over the trailer, find a inconspicuous spot somewhere to take a leak quick, and we're off to Luverne, Minnesota to get some concrete sand. So, here we go. It's lunchtime too, I'm hungry. We made it to Luverne, Minnesota. This is actually my first time in this little town. And if I remember correctly, and I could be wrong here, but in the World War II documentary Band of Brothers, I believe one of the paratroopers, soldiers, was from Luverne, Minnesota. And it plays a part in the story, if I remember correctly. There's a loader right there. You know you're in the right spot when they got loaders just driving around town. So, a couple more miles we'll be there. I've actually never been to this pit either because, you know, yeah. So, I'll have to get a new empty weight for sure and find out kind of how they operate. Another end dump from Rock On from up in central Minnesota. Mile and a half of dusty washboards. Ugh. Can feel the truck just shaking apart. Every bolt and nut just coming loose. Ah, hate that. 5 miles under the speed limit, just crawling along. Thankfully, I don't have anybody behind me, but see it up there. I'll probably pull over on the side of the road here and open up my tarp and attach the camera, because I don't know what the rules are inside there. Some places get real uptight if you step out of the truck. Well, let's go figure it out. Couldn't believe rolling up here how much dust was collecting inside each of my wheels. Like a handful of brown dust inside each wheel, just sliding around in there. But, you know, truth is, I'd still rather deal with dust than I would deal with mud. Oh, these washboards are just killers. See, I got 3 trucks behind me now. So there's a red light up ahead, pulling on the scale. Hi there. It's my first time in here.
I'll try to do better next time for you.
I'm hauling for Holicky. I'm going to Fairmont. That'd be fine. Yep. Sounds good. Everybody's on channel 19, is that right? Awesome. Thank you. All right. Mission accomplished. These guys that know where they're going, I'll just follow them. Stay out of the soft sand. Don't get stuck. Hey guys, this is my first time in here. Is that concrete sand you're loading right there?
Yeah, follow these other ones in.
Copy. Thanks. Can I have 24 ton on the next concrete sand, please? Good. Thank you, sir. Ooh, yeah. Glad I locked the diffs in. Gets a little fluffy out here.
25 on this one, please.
Overheard somebody else talking about it. I didn't want to get stuck. And it's like, oh, yeah, all right. I don't either. Glad I locked it in. Sometimes that little bit of extra traction, even though I got weight on, sometimes it's just enough to make a difference. So the last thing you want to do is get stuck and have to get pulled out.
Okay, catch you back up.
Holicky 111, going to Sunstone Fairmont.
Only took all day.
I see some cool old machines, like an old International, back in the woods there. All the glass is busted out of it, but it's got a cool looking rusty patina on it. All right, green light. Let's get our ticket and get out of here. Final loads in the trailer. All right. It's nice and cold. There we go. Thanks for your help. See ya. She seems really sweet. Nice loaders. That always makes such a huge difference when you go to a place for the first time. There's something about the vibe, the feel that a certain location will give off. You know, the way that these coworkers, they're talking to each other all day long, they're dealing with each other, and it puts the drivers in different moods, and it just sort of sets a tone for the whole place. And it's hard to put into words, but a lot of you guys probably understand what I'm talking about. Just go certain places and they had a really, everybody's clicking along and gets along, and they don't hate their life, they don't hate their jobs, and not that they love it there, but you know, everybody gets along and jokes around, everything seems cool, and work gets done. But man, there's some places you go and you'd swear people just absolutely hate their jobs. And so, all right, well, we're back on the driveway here. I'm just gonna jump out, roll the tarp, and we'll get it back on the road. While I was waiting in line to get loaded there, I checked out what the scale's doing on the big road, and the scale is very active both directions. So I'm thinking we're gonna just take a scenic route, avoid any attention. Not that anything's wrong, we're legal weights, all that stuff, but why get the attention, right? super cool bunch of guys. I almost took the camera with me because I was like, this could either be really cool and funny or it could be really intimidating and a bad idea. And there's something about walking up to a group of 7 guys with a camera that just didn't seem like a wise idea. So yeah, they just told me to back up to the pile. There's a concrete pad there and let her fly. I don't have to go up on the conveyor, so that's good news. Find a level enough-ish spot and call it good. But yeah, cool bunch of guys. And it's 5 o'clock. They had the Michelob Goldens out, standing around having a laugh. Love it. And that'll be my turn soon enough. We gotta finish getting home. Then we celebrate. Alright. Just like before. Just watch my mirrors. Watch the trailers through the back window. Make sure everything stays nice and level and flat. It helps a lot that we're on this flat pavement, and before I rolled the tarp over, I looked and made sure it's nice and centered on the floor of the trailer. We don't have hardly any risk of tipping on this load. It's nice and dry. It's going to slide real nice. Looking good. So I just watch until I start to see a little bit of product coming out the tailgate. Set the tractor, release the trailer, and that starts to pull the trailer ahead as it goes up in the air. That pulls the trailer away from the pile. Tailgate doesn't get jammed down into the pile. As the trailer walks forward just a couple feet. Once it reaches the top, push the clutch in, disengage the PTO, and we pull the truck and the trailer ahead just a couple feet till the tailgate slams, bang, let her down. Just like that. Alright, that's how it's done. Let's go back here, make sure everything is good to go for the ride home. Don't have real far to go, which is nice. And then empty, we can stay tarped. And I got my dispatch for tomorrow morning. We're going to be back to hauling rock tomorrow. Just a little bit anyway. Awesome. Rock and roll. I already put my slip in the mailbox there, you can see. Feels good. We made some money today. I'm all worn out. Alright, all the air switches where they belong. Might even give the guys a friendly little blast on the horn. When when they're asking for it, that's fun. I like it. Maybe some of them watch YouTube, you never know. All right, Sunstone Fairmont, you guys are cool. Thanks for taking care of me. And it's just a skip, hop, and a jump home with an empty trailer. Probably stop and get some fuel. Scratch a little bit in my paper logbook. We still run paper. And that's that. So, hey, I appreciate you riding along with me today. This was money-making day. And you guys told me that you really like the vlog-style videos. So that's what you're getting. I said it before, I'll say it again. I appreciate each one of you supporting the channel. All the beeps and the bloops and the comments and the shares and it all helps. Thank you. How about some jigs? Well, hey, thank you for coming along with me today. Just stopped out for some fuel so I can park with full fuel tanks tomorrow morning, hit the ground running, and won't have to push nearly as hard tomorrow. Today was a little bit unusual in that sense. Close to 700 miles, new places that I don't normally travel and things like that, but you get to experience it with me and come along. So thank you for each one of you supporting the channel, doing all the things, clicking and sharing and liking and commenting, all that stuff. I genuinely appreciate that. If you want to interact with me directly, head on over to Instagram. That's where I spend my time. I'm not in the comments here on YouTube. So it's at @flannel_Philip. And so I'm gonna head home, see the family, have some dinner, get some rest, and tomorrow's gonna be a lighter day, which will be nice. And I get to wash all the bugs off this thing and the dust, because we're filthy. But anyway, hey, thanks again, everybody. Peace and grease.
I know you like 'em sloppy.